Well guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this one what we're going to be doing is fitting the golf seats into the caddy. So let's go ahead, let's take a look. So when it comes to removing the standard seats, as you can see, out of the van, you've got two M10 multi-splines at the front, and then slide the seat forward, and then there's two at the back, at the rear of the seat as well, to get it off of the base. So it's just those two, and that looks like one of those, like that. So you just undo the ones at the rear, just crack those undone. So what we've done is flip the seat back. Obviously there's no bulkhead in the van, so I can tip it back where it's like that. And then underneath the seat you've got the wiring coming up there to the connectors there. So there's three connectors. Disconnect those and then unclip that wiring there out of the bottom of the seat base. And then that'll allow you to lift the seat clear of the van. Being as one's an airbag, what you want to do is disconnect your battery to be on the safe side, just in case. Now this one pulls out here, you can actually slide those off, they're just clipped on like that, so that one comes off, and the other one, just remove them like that, they just clip onto the plastic. This one here, there's like a lever on it like that, and then on the actual plug underneath goes up like that. You put a screwdriver there, obviously just to press that and pull it out on the yellow one. So it's got a lever there, a screwdriver, and you just pull that one out. Obviously that one just pulls out at the end, it's just on a clip, same as the black one is. That disconnects those, and then the seat's free for you to remove. Obviously if you haven't got a bulkhead you can just open your side loading door and remove the seat. So we've got the seat side by side now. As you can see, this is the golf seat. You've got a lug sticking down here. Now you have on the caddy seat, but it's in a different place. So you've got that lug. This is a passenger seat sticking down, and also on here you've got the lug there, sticks down, that's not on the caddy seat, doesn't have one. So you've got this one to remove and that to cut off as well. So we'll get those cut off. If you're going to use a grinder or something like that, make sure obviously you cover your seat up to protect it from any sparks landing on it, just in case. If not, you could always use a hacksaw to cut them off with if you haven't got a grinder. We need to remove that one and that lug there. So what we do next is remove the base here, because we've got to drill this to accept that golf seat. So the bolt holes don't line up exactly, so we end up drilling out. So it's got the same size multi-spline. Now as the seat's obviously out, you can just go down through the holes here and remove your bolts, 4 of them, and then we'll lift this base out of here so we can drill it more easily out of the actual van. So what we've got is the caddy base with the seat on top of it. So the front 2 holes, you can get one of the bolts in there, and then if you hold on the frame, push that over, you can line the other bolt hole up, and then that way when you've got both of them in, you can pull the seat as you would normally, pull the lever and slide the seat forward. You don't have to screw them right in, you can leave them just like that. Then by putting the seat forward, then you can get at the rear holes there, make sure they're lined up with the frame. You might have to just push them over slightly by hand, and then scribe round the original holes, bolt holes, so you can line it up. So then you'll know where you've got to re-drill the back ones. So the two rears, you don't have to drill out the fronts, they line up. It's just the backs are in a different place slightly, so you need to drill a new hole through there. So we'll get and drill those out. I'll slide it forward and show you them anyway. So the rear ones obviously are there now, so all we did was just make sure you push it over. As you can see, it's not quite lined up straight, so you can just pull that over a bit and then scribe around that bolt hole there. Scribe round there with something sharp to mark it, so you know where to drill the hole. And the same on the other side, you might have to just pull that over a bit, otherwise it would be slightly at an angle, to make sure it's straight. And then you can see, just scribe round the hole where you got to drill it. Then we need to remove the seat, so slide the seat back, get those two bolts at the front and remove them, and then lift the seat off so we can drill the two holes out. So as you can see with the rears, the original hole was there, and that's where the new one needs to be. The same applies to that side. The original hole was there and the new one needs to be there. So underneath there it will just miss, because obviously under here originally is a captive where the bolt went through into there, so the new hole is here, so it just misses that piece in there. And the same on this side, so you got the nut in there. And obviously there's a clean piece there where it's going to miss, so you can drill the hole without it hitting anything. So we got the holes drilled out now in the original base. We use the original rear bolts in them holes like that. All we do is put a nut, a lock nut with a washer on the underside. So we got the base back in with the 4 bolts there as it was originally. So now it's time to get the seat back on top of it and get those 4 bolts back in. Put the rear ones in, make sure they line up with those holes that we drilled. So we're doing the rear holes first, just get them lined up. We'll just get these started. Obviously you've got your nut on the bottom, so you just use a spanner to hold that. Then do it up with your multi-spline, same on both sides. Get the spanner in there easy with the seat slightly forward. And then we'll do the front ones and get them started before we tighten them all down. So we've got the passenger seat in, as you can see. So we do the driver's seat, so obviously I'll just slide it forward to get to the rear multi-splines at the back. We just undo them, then we'll slide the seat back to get the front ones, and then lift the seat out and then take out the base of the seat afterwards. So again, the front 2 holes line up, then all we've done is put the seat forward to get to mark the rear holes there where they need drilling again. So there and there. So we just drill those out to about 9mm, and same process again, mount that back in the van. Right, 1, 2, 3. So obviously when you drill your holes, you can centre punch the middle if you've got one. Just make it easier to start the drill bit. Just start off with a small drill bit and work your way up in stages to drill the holes out. So we've put the seat base back in now. Just a case of mounting it back in where it come out, and then put your bolts back in to the holes. So what we end up doing is obviously drilling these holes out to 10mm in the end. So we put a washer obviously and a lock nut on the bottom of the bolts. So that's both seats installed in there. Obviously you've still got your height adjustment on the side, so you can tilt them up a little bit and then they go back a little bit further as well if you do that. So maybe they're a touch lower than the original seats, but there's not a lot in it. So when it comes to connectors for the seats, you can either obviously cut your connector off and then use the one from the underneath the caddy seats to to join the wires back together, but obviously if you cut the ones off the bottom of the caddy seats, then the wiring, then the seats are no good because you cut the wires off if you want to sell your original seats, for instance. So got these made up to join the Golf seats to the caddy wiring. Now this is the passenger seat. All you need is one connector for the airbag. The original seats here have got the black plug and the blue plug, the small ones there. You don't need to worry about connecting them up. On the passenger seat, those are just the seat belt, seeing the occupancy sensor on originally, and the Golf seat only has a yellow and one black plug, which is obviously different to the caddy one. So we just need to connect up the airbag. So this has got the relevant connectors to connect it up, to plug in. So you've got Golf connector on this end, and then a caddy original one on that end that opens like that on the side to go into that plug, and then the Golf one to go into that one, and then you don't have to worry about connecting the blue or the black one up on the passenger seat. So on the driver's side seat, this is original wiring here, so you've only got one black plug on this side, you haven't got the blue one, and you've obviously got the airbag plug, and then on the Golf seat you've just got the black plug and the airbag connector there. So we'll connect both of these up on this side, so the airbag one and the black plug with a piece like that to join them up together, so you haven't got any lights on the dash. And obviously if when you're doing this seat swap, just leave your ignition off all the time. Don't put your ignition on when you're doing anything, just in case you got your airbag light, and then you have to get it erased if the light's on the dash. So you have to get that turned off with the airbag light if you put your ignition on any time. So it's better to leave it off until you've plugged everything back together before you start the vehicle up. So that's the seats installed now. So straightforward enough to do if you just take your time. So I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more van related content. Till next one, see you then.